folks, welcome back to the channel. You know, I hadn't actually planned on reviewing the movie Sinners because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see it. I've mentioned this before, but I actually live in South America, and theatrical releases aren't always available in English. My wife and I really wanted to see this movie, so we checked the local theater chain, and they had it playing, but it was only in Spanish at one of their theaters on the other side of town. That was the original weekend that the movie was released. Well, it just so happened that the following weekend, they started playing it in another one of their theaters, actually closer to where we live, and in English, but it was only playing at 9:20 at night. Me and my wife are a couple of homebodies, but we decided it was well worth it to go see this movie, even if it was pretty late at night. And holy shit, was it worth it. From the opening scene until the very end, we were captivated. We walked out of the theater and said to each other, that was a good ass movie. So at this point, the movie's been out for a couple weeks, but I'm still not going to spoil too much, even though the second trailer pretty much spoiled most of the movie. I'm honestly glad I didn't watch that second trailer before seeing the movie, but I am going to be talking about all of the great characters, the fantastic music, and the themes that are explored in this movie. So I might as well start with the two main characters, Smoke and Stack, played by Michael B. Jordan. He plays these twins so well that you honestly forget that it's being played by one person. You will really see them as two distinct individuals in the movie and completely forget that it's Michael B. Jordan playing both roles. And when they're on screen together, you forget that you're looking at some kind of special effect. There's something to be said about watching a film and looking at something that you know is a special effect, but for some reason your mind doesn't register it. You don't realize that you're looking at a special effect, and it's done so well in this film, it should be the prototype for future movies that try the same thing. The next actor I want to mention is Miles Canton, who plays Smoke and Stack's cousin Sammy. This is his first on-screen role, and he blows it away. He's a real-life singer and musician, and he puts it all on display in this movie. In fact, his music is the catalyst for the events that unfold in the second half of the film. I'm telling you, if you watch this film and for some reason you don't like the character of Sammy or the actor Miles Canton, then you're probably the kind of person that hates puppies and babies too. Now I have to give a big shout out to Delroy Lindo, who plays blues singer Delta Slim. He steals every scene he's in, and he's wonderful. And I've absolutely loved Delroy Lindo ever since he played West Indian Archie in Malcolm X. Haley Steinfeld and Wunmi Mosaku are excellent in their roles as a love interest for Smoke and Stack. I really can't give enough praise to the actors in this film, and I definitely see some Oscar nominations in the future. There is one important aspect of the film that the trailers didn't spoil, and that's the music. Music is incredibly important to the plot of this film, and the music in the film is excellent. In some ways, you could kind of call this film a musical, but I know that term would turn people off. It isn't a musical, but music is so important to it that you can kind of think of it as a musical. The opening of the film explains that music can transcend time. It can invite spirits from the past, present, and future, good and bad. And there's a scene at the middle of the film where all of that comes together, and it's filmed brilliantly. I mean, there's plenty of spoiler reviews out there that explain this scene in detail, so if you're really that curious, go check it out. But I'd honestly recommend that you see it in the film itself. The film score was done by Ludwig Göransson, and just go ahead and look up his IMDb. This guy is already a legend. This guy did the score for Creed, The Mandalorian, Tenet, and Oppenheimer, just to name a few. There's definitely going to be a nod for Best Original Score at the Oscars for this guy. Now, as far as the themes explored in the movie, like I said, I'm not going to give too much away. Just know that it's one of those movies that's great the first time you watch it, and probably better the second time you watch it. Because there are so many themes explored that you may not catch it all in your initial viewing. So if you're like me, you'll probably go and watch some breakdown on YouTube about all the little details that you missed. But definitely don't go into this film thinking that the main through line is racism or something like that. There are so many layers to what's going on in this film. It's honestly fascinating. I'm not the type of person that normally falls into movie hype, and with a lot of movies nowadays, they either have a really low critic score and a high audience score, or vice versa. Sometimes critics and audiences will agree that a movie is bad, but it's rare that they both agree a movie is excellent. And honestly, I can't disagree. This movie is a freaking masterpiece. So, have you seen Sinners? What did you think about it? Did you think it's as good as I do, or that it's okay? Or are you one of those few people that dislike it completely? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be back real soon. Thanks for watching.